Now, let's talk about hair. Discrimination against certain styles and textures exists, and this week the House of Representatives passed the Crown Act.
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 The Crown Act is one step closer to becoming law in Massachusetts.
I spoke with the young woman who inspired this bill. She says at the core, it's about embracing diversity, inclusion, and making sure people feel accepted for what they look like.
I don't think the founders of the Natural Crown Act could ever predict that some of the most hateful people of natural hair would be inside of the natural hair community. Hi, I'm Sean, and today we're going to talk about, can we still save the natural hair community? You look at our reviews, y'all. We getting 1 stars, okay? We're toxic. People are leaving, people are going, people are stepping away because we're toxic. Something's got to give, right? So today we ain't going to talk about how toxic we are. We already know that. But today we are going to highlight some core issues and how we can come together as a community to fix them. And if I miss anything, let me know in the comments what we need to do to be better. And I will make a part 2 voicing you guys' comments. I promise you I will, because this is a joint effort. We all have to come together. We all have to come into agreement. So enough intro yapping. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm about to say what I say, and I'm not going to take it back. You can't make me. Let people do what they want with their hair. Because the question is, are those strands coming out of your scalp? No? Okay. We have such an urge to tell other people what they can and cannot do with their natural hair. And some people put themselves on a platform for intake. Some people are seeking advice. And y'all, this is supposed to be a community, but some of y'all have real big dictatorship energy. And it just needs to calm down a little bit. If someone wants to straighten their hair and be a straight natural, let them do that. If someone don't want to cut their ends every 6 weeks for length, let them do that. If someone wants to dye their natural hair, let them do that. If a natural wants to wear a wig and be natural underneath her wig, let them do that. The reason why letting people do what they want with their natural hair is so important, because they represent different sectors in the natural hair community. There are always going to be straight naturals. There are always going to be wig naturals. Always going to be those naturals who just don't feel called to cut their hair. And representation matters. It does not matter how you feel about what they should be doing with their natural hair. What matters is that they're representing and sharing their experience about what they're deciding to do with their natural hair. That's the important part, okay? It may not be what aligns with you. And if it doesn't align with you, find a creator who does align with you and move on. You know, it's not that deep. It doesn't have to be that deep. You don't have to feel so inclined to let someone know that that's not the best thing that they should be doing with their hair. If they want to do it, let them. Because someone else is doing that same thing, and someone needs that information. I know we really want to believe this, but there is no requirement of being a good natural. It's either that you are natural or you aren't. We are always learning something new. I am still learning something new. No one has all the answers, and no experience or no way is the right way to be natural. You either are natural or you ain't natural. You can no longer decide that people's story and experience doesn't matter, because it does. We really have to consider no longer policing each other and create more diversity of what a natural hair community member actually looks like. And speaking about what it looks like, definition needs less recognition. Ooh, oh, I'm going there. I'm going there, and you can't stop me. Definition is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I love defining my hair. I don't do it all the time, but I like defining my hair. I define my child's hair. I believe when the curls are together, it's so gorgeous. But it is not the staple of healthy hair. Just because your hair is able to be defined does not mean your hair is healthy. And just because your hair does not define does not mean your hair is not healthy. Yeah, I think I said that right. We have maxed at the level of wash and goes, twist outs, curls, clusters, gels, slick them down, all these products to make, force, and manipulate our hair to be a certain way. And let me tell you something, everyone's hair is not designed to be in that way. We tend to move away from creators whose curls aren't as defined, and that's something that really contradict the point of the natural hair movement, of the Crown Act. We are all supposed to have the equal amount of recognition. The most problematic thing about this is the fact that all these loose curls, all these defined curls, all these curls that's curling curl that looks like to the eye or what is acceptable as a curl is being pushed in the media so much that people with 4C hair or people with 4B hair who hair does not do that are constantly being fed this media, and they're constantly having to compare themselves to people who just don't represent what their hair looks like. But instead, what we find ourselves doing is always romanticizing the curl type that is more closely to European features. The natural hair community really do need to take a step back and realize, why are we constantly consuming defined hair content, curls content, and all these different things when we know that our natural hair state most likely and most of the time does not resemble that at all. That's just food for thought. Okay, so the last point, and probably the most important, is the fact that we gotta cut it out with these shortcut trends. In the natural hair community, everything everyone wants to do is retention. People want to grow their hair. We all must come to an agreement that nothing will make your hair grow overnight. Your hair grow half an inch. Some people a little bit more, some people a little less, but half an inch a month. Nothing, no oil, no juicy juice, no fruity juice, no Fruit Loops, no eggs, nothing that you do will make your hair grow out of your head faster. You can learn techniques to help you retain more length, but as far as your hair growing out of your head, your hair is always growing. Some people, their hair is not, and they should go seek medical help for that, but your hair is growing out of your head. You can use oils to stimulate hair growth if you feel like your hair is growing slow, but the rate that your hair picks up will not be a significant difference for you to be hopping on every trend that you see down YouTube. Just because you see a certain thing work for somebody does not mean it will work for you. And honestly, some of these creators just be making videos just because they can make the videos and know that people are going to watch it because they want their hair to grow overnight. Like, your hair would not just grow 6 inches in a month. It just doesn't happen like that. And before we decide to pick up someone's secret, we should be asking our questions of what are the benefits and what are the cons of certain hair treatments. Because some things can be harmful for some people and good for others. Just like the whole rice water trend, like a lot of people was getting on the whole rice water because rice water is a protein. It was essentially a protein treatment, but later to find out everyone do not need protein. If you have too much protein in your hair can break. And that's what people were experiencing. They thought that they would use this rice water to make their hair grow, to retain length. And some people were getting protein overload and their hair was getting dry, brittle, and it was doing the complete opposite of what they wanted to do. So that's why I'm just saying, let's make more informed decisions about what we're seeing in front of us, because a lot of the time it's just clickbait. They just want you to click their video, watch their video, hope and dream that your hair can grow overnight. I was one of those people who personally did the rice water trend and my hair was devastated. I had so much stuff and build up on my head. At that point, I just decided to start making my own hair products because I was tired of getting trends and things off of YouTube that really didn't seem to be helpful to everyone. And I do have a lot more to say about the natural hair community, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you feel like I missed something, or if you feel like there's something else I just absolutely need to talk about, let me know in the comments and we can have that conversation. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for y'all today. We really have to do better, and I believe that we can do better. I see ourselves pulling through. One of my favorite upcoming channels right now is Coilette. I love what she's doing with her page. We should all be aspiring and moving towards spreading positivity when it comes to our natural hair, because we have enough negativity coming from the outside world already. Let's build each other up. All right, y'all. See you later. Bye.